Cells, the basic unit of life. There are millions and billions of cells that compose us, and each has specific purposes and functions. Like how skin cells protect us from the external environment, nerve cells as our main communication networks, and our blood, if you didn't know, are cells with each of their own roles. And we call these cells specialized cells.
But what if we told you a very crazy fact about these specialized cells? They actually came from an undifferentiated type of cell, which are often called master cells or even ancestor cells. It existed before other cells even came into the picture. We call them stem cells, the body's most unemployed employees.
Hey guys, if you're new here, my name's Prinz, your Eggplantastic host. And with me today is my equally Eggplantastic partner.
What's up? My name's Jex.
But it's not just the two of us who are gonna talk for the rest of the video, as we brought along some guests to help us so we won't run out of saliva. Anyways, welcome to Theories and Logics on Nature's Grandeur.
Where all our discussions are rooted in science. The show's production budget might be low, but our scientific accuracy is moderately acceptable.
So what exactly is a stem cell? Sounds like a plant cell because of the name, does it? Stem, because plants have stems which could either be herbaceous or woody, but I digress. Well, it's not totally incorrect to say that stem cells exist in plants because they do. But so do they exist in animal cells. Stem cells from animal cells, as humans specifically, are the focus of our discussion.
Stem cells are unique cells with two major abilities. First, they can produce more copies of themselves through a process called self-renewal. Second, they can transform into specialized cells with specific functions through differentiation. These cells are present in many tissues throughout the body and play an important role in tissue maintenance and repair after damage or injury.
If your stomach lining is deteriorating, better call stem cells to fix that for you. Depending on where the stem cells are, they can develop into different tissues.
And this ability is called potency. And depending on how many cell types they can become, stem cells are classified into different levels of potency. At the highest level are totipotent stem cells. These are the most powerful type because they can form all types of cells in the body, including the extraembryonic tissues like in the placenta.
Pluripotent stem cells can become nearly every cell type in the body, but unlike totipotent cells, they cannot form extraembryonic tissues.
Multipotent stem cells are more specialized and can only develop into related groups of cells.
Putting emphasis on these two, we invited a guest to discuss this further. The mic is yours.
Hello, I'm TRISHA. You may be wondering why I'm here, and that is to talk about two aforementioned types of stem cells based on their potency.
Stem cells are also classified based on where they are found. Embryonic stem cells are pluripotent and are considered the most flexible because they can give rise to nearly every cell type in the developing embryo, from the early mammalian embryonic development called the blastocyst. Because of this flexibility, embryonic stem cells are widely studied for their potential use in regenerative medicine and tissue engineering. Adult stem cells, on the other hand, are found in matured tissues such as bone marrow, skin, fat tissue, and even the brain. Most adult stem cells, however, have a more limited range and mainly function to maintain and repair the tissues when they are found.
Which is good because some of you eat street food like your immune system pays rent.
And somehow survive.
Scientists have transformed regular adult cells into stem cells by using genetic reprogramming. By altering the genes in the adult cells, researchers can make the cells act similarly to embryonic stem cells. These cells are called induced pluripotent stem cells.
As you have been acquainted with ESC and ASC, the question is, how did all of this start? And where do they stay? We brought in more people who would love to go through it.
Thanks. Hey guys, it's HANZ. During embryonic development, stem cells play a major role in organogenesis or the formation of organs. As stem cells divide and differentiate, they form three primary germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. The ectoderm forms structures such as the skin and nervous system. The mesoderm develops into muscles, bones, blood, and connective tissues, and the endoderm forms internal organs such as the lungs, liver, and digestive tract. But these cells don't just move randomly. So how do they know what to build? Well, they follow a molecular language of signaling pathways. WNT acts as the GPS for cell migration. Duct tells cells how to differentiate from their neighbors. Hedgehog primarily drives embryonic limb and bone development, and BMP provides the hard-coded instructions for building bone and teeth. And for this collection of cells to become a 3D organ, they'll need a home.
Maria, another HANZ here. Let me break down what he was referring to. Stem cells don't just randomly float around doing whatever they want. They exist in a very specific microenvironment, and we call them stem cell niches. A stem cell niche is the local environment surrounding a stem cell. It includes neighboring support cells, blood vessels, signaling molecules, and components of the extracellular matrix. These components constantly send signals that help regulate stem cell behavior, including whether stem cells stay inactive, self-renew, or differentiate into specialized cells. Stem cell niches are also dynamic, meaning they change over time during development, aging, injury, and tissue regeneration. During early development, emerging niches mainly support rapid growth and expansion of progenitor cells. In adults, niches become more specialized and instead regulate stem cell maintenance and quiescence, which means a resting state where stem cells remain inactive until needed.
Niches are basically a stem cell support system, and without it, they literally wouldn't know what to do. Just like me, for real. Wow, stem cells are so cool. Have you ever encountered when you're scrolling through your phone and see a post about new potential stem cell therapy to cure some disease? Well, those exist because of a revolutionary branch in the medical field. We invited two esteemed gentlemen to take you through it.
Regenerative medicine is focused on repairing, replacing, or restoring cells, tissues, and organs damaged by disease, trauma, or congenital defect. And what better solution than to use stem cells? They're the epitome of being versatile.
Researchers are currently studying stem cell therapies for conditions such as Parkinson's disease, spinal cord injuries, diabetes, heart disease, burns, arthritis, and blood disorders. In some therapies, stem cells are introduced into damaged tissues where they help replace injured cells, reduce inflammation, and stimulate the body's natural repair mechanisms.
One established application of stem cells today is bone marrow transplantation. Bone marrow contains hematopoietic stem cells, which produces all types of blood cells. In patients with diseases like leukemia and lymphoma, damaged bone marrow can be replaced with healthy stem cells through transplantation, allowing the blood and immune system to rebuild over time.
Another major breakthrough is the development of induced pluripotent stem cells, as you have heard previously. These are adult cells that scientists genetically reprogram back into pluripotent state, allowing them to behave similarly to embryonic stem cells.
Despite these advances, stem cell therapy still faces challenges. Scientists must carefully control how stem cells grow and differentiate to ensure treatments remain safe and effective. You know, safety always comes first.
Learning about their potency, niches, roles in development, and in medicine, we can see just how important stem cells are in both biology and in healthcare.
Damn, bro. That was a lot of yapping from different people, huh? Of course. Hope that didn't bore you out. Which fact did you like most about stem cells?
Everything. Because it's just that hecky cool. I mean, this is magic in real life.
And to think this bit is minutes long and almost long.
Yeah, we tackled different aspects of stem cells. That's a feat in itself.
I know, that's right. Well, it has been fun with y'all.
And we really hope that you've learned and have been nourished with knowledge. This has been Prinz,
My name's Jax. Thanks for coming along with us in Theories and Logic on Nature's Grandeur.
where we are always rooted in science. Hey, have you decided what you want to be?
I think I want to be a stem cell.